Bottom line, I think you're going to want to watch The Adam Project on Netflix when it debuts tomorrow, Friday, for this weekend. I think it's a good watch. With an all-star cast, impressive special effects, and a solid mystery with genuine surprises and pathos. I mean, I definitely wanted to see what happened as it unfolded. But, yeah, it gets a little tricky. Remember, bottom line, I think you're going to like it. I'll just say it now. I'm glad I watched it, but I often watch things twice or maybe even 3 times because, I watch it by myself as a critic, but then I'll watch it with friends or family again. I don't know if I could watch this one again, so keep that in mind the first time you watch it because I think you're going to be one and done. All right, so I was a little distracted while I watched this movie because it's such a kitchen sink of other films. It loses a lot of its identity because of that. I also think that its all-star cast is a bit of a curse rather than a blessing because the movie doesn't really know who its lead character is. And so really nobody gets enough screen time. I think perhaps one of my strongest takeaways from The Adam Project is that Back to the Future really should get even more credit. It gets a lot of credit, but I don't think it gets enough story credit all the time for telling a compelling, intricate time travel story in just 2 hours. Like, I was watching this and I was like, it's similar to Back to the Future to a degree. Only one of the many movies it references. But I was like, so why isn't this working as well? It was tough, I think what it really needs is more time, ironically, right? I think that's the perfect way to describe The Adam Project, that it's actually a 6 to 8 hour miniseries cut down to an hour-and-a-half movie. Like, you're like, I think you're missing major character arcs and scenes. And they're like, it's a movie, not a series. And you're like, I think it should have been a series. Clearly, as you can see, I liked the world. I would have liked more of it, but it's just disjointed. Clearly, prolific director Shawn Levy, who just hit a home run with Ryan Reynolds again with Free Guy last year, is going for a Spielbergian approach this time around for The Adam Project. And it served Stranger Things very well, which he produces, and he directed a few episodes there. But as soon as the movie started, I felt Levy was making a lot of choices that Spielberg would not. Like, I think if Spielberg started this movie, you wouldn't see the face of the mysterious futuristic pilot. A little bit like how in E.T., because, in E.T., they didn't show the faces of the government agents. I think at the same time, Shawn Levy's like, but it's Ryan Reynolds. How do I not show him? And I'm like, just hold it so it'll be a bigger reveal when you do. But they couldn't. I think that The Adam Project plays a lot more like Levy's previous films than Spielberg's, which were good. I've enjoyed those movies, but I don't think they have the iconicness that I think they were going for here. And I think they could have had it if it had been a series. So many references to other movies here. If I'm not just thematically and creatively, but within the script, they're referencing a lot of other movies. If I had to pick just 2, the log lines in Hollywood, or it's this movie meets that. So how would I describe The Adam Project? Well, I would go with Spy Kids, because there's a lot of highly colorful tech focused around a family, meets Guardians of the Galaxy with Ryan Reynolds and Chris Pratt, treading similar ground here. That Guardians of the Galaxy also has a lot of colorful tech, overt nonstop humor, a retro soundtrack that really made it seem like Guardians of the Galaxy, plus Zoe Saldana. I think crucial to maybe focusing this film more would be for it to decide truly who its lead character is, young Adam or older Adam. It can't have it both ways, which it tries to do. But I get it. Talk about a Sophie's choice. Ryan Reynolds is a major movie star who fans love and who always delivers. He's great here. But then on the other hand, you've got newcomer Walker Scobell, who's really talented. Like, if a child actor can hold their own against Ryan Reynolds, they're a force to be reckoned with. He's fantastic. It didn't even bother me that they don't look very much alike. Well, at first it did. I was like, well, he wouldn't grow up to be Ryan Reynolds, but Scobell's so good, I can see why he was cast, and I got over it. I never really felt they were the same person, but it's fine, whatever. The force of personalities in this movie are really strong, and so that's good. Speaking of force of personality, Jennifer Garner and Zoe Saldana need every ounce they can get because their roles are both underwritten, but they still manage to make very strong impressions with the scenes that they do have. Zoe Saldana, both of them were great. They both, really, this movie, it's like on fast forward a little bit, but they really can make you feel. I had the feels multiple times throughout this film, as well as the giggles, so that's good. The Adam Project, giggles and feels. That's not a bad evening. Catherine Keener's villain role is also underwritten with some distracting VFX. I don't want to give anything away, but you'll know it when you see it. And it's a shame her role also isn't better developed because she was such a fabulous villain in The Incredibles 2. Mark Ruffalo doesn't come into play until the third act, which is also a weird choice. I mean, like, he's talked about so much. I think they should have established him earlier in the movie. But he does an excellent job when he does show up. I mean, he has some really funny scenes, and he also has some very touching scenes. He just really shows what a fantastic actor he is, that he can go from 0 to 60 emotionally, just like that. And he needs to, because the script doesn't do the work. I think one of the things that frustrated me the most about the Adam Project, though, is that for a sci-fi family adventure movie, it takes the ethics of time travel awfully seriously. Like, imagine if in Back to the Future, Marty didn't help his dad become a better person, and Doc never really did open that letter for Marty warning him about getting shot. I mean, I guess that would have made for a compelling drama about, again, the ethics of time travel, but I don't think it would have become a major franchise and an audience favorite. I mean, the Adam Project sells itself as a crowd pleaser, but it's actually more of a very expensive indie sci-fi film. And those can be very good, but again, this disjoint hurts the film overall. So the Adam Project, while it needs a lot more time to tell its story, and it needs to make some choices instead of trying to have it all, again, I'm still glad I watched it. I had a good time, even though I was like a little frustrating because you're like, this could be much better. I still thought it was entertaining, even if I don't think I would want to watch it again. I don't think it's rewatchable. But I think that for that first time, you'll have a good... that's an interesting critique of a movie about time travel, right? All right, so that's my review of The Adam Project. Again, hitting Netflix tomorrow. Share your thoughts down below, subscribe today, and of course, as always, you can check out some more videos right now.